Joey Romeo, welcome to Whitehaven. You've signed a 12-month deal to come to the LEL Arena in 2024. You've already had a taste of Championship Rugby with the Swinton Lions and had a dual registration spell for a couple of games at Midlands earlier in the season as well. But just first of all, give the Whitehaven fans a bit of background of what you've been doing, what your you've been playing back home.
Yeah, so just got back home. Come through North Senior Bear system, obviously, and played a bit of bush footy back home until Swinton gave me a chance to come over. And at the start of the season, like obviously every Aussie says it's the same. It's really hard to start adapting to the change to the championship level and the weather. But once I found my feet at the back end of the season, just the ball was rolling then, and I thought I was one of the best players for Swinton. So to keep them up in the championship was a really good way to say goodbye to Swinton.
Yeah, as you mentioned, obviously you were a part of that Swinton team that defeated Whitehaven in the last couple of weeks of the season and took that survival race down to the final game of the season. Obviously, Swinton were able to escape and Whitehaven were able to escape. Like you say, you mentioned they're adapting to Championship Rugby. What was that adaptation like? You know, we've spoken to a few of our own Aussie boys who have been here in sort of 2023, and they've said that adaptation can be quite hard in terms of the weather and obviously, and such things like that. So what was the adaptation like for yourself in coming over to the UK and playing that sort of rugby?
I think the thing that I had to adapt to it's more of a slower paced game, but it's more physical. So like the wrestle, it's really big on wrestle over here. But back home, it's really like hit, drop, play. Like it's really fast rugby back home. But the wrestle had to adapt to. So just getting a bit stronger. But as you get on, as you find your feet and you start to play multiple games and you play 5, 6, 7 games in a row, that's when you start to find your feet a bit. And with Championship Rugby, any team can beat anyone, as you've seen this year. Like we beat Toulouse, you guys beat Sheffield at home, which is a tough ask. Like any team can beat anyone, and that's what I like about it. Like Championship Rugby, it's exciting, especially with the fans over here. It's unreal.
We spoke to Lucas Castle when we announced his new deal, and we spoke to Will Evans as well in the last couple of days when we announced Will about coming back to the club, and they've both mentioned about the fans. It's the UK fans. It's really sort of a different experience to playing in front of fans back home in Australia.
Oh, the fans over here, it's different. Like Swinton fans are very loyal. They've been around for a long time, but the way that they like, I don't know how they travel 3, 4 hours to go watch a rugby league game back home. You only see the home team if you're going 3, 4 hours away. But over here, you see everyone. So like the way that they love the game over here and they support us, it's unreal. It makes you want to play over here. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's good. The fans over here is massive. So really enjoying the fans over here and like to see the Whitehaven fans get behind me.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. The chocolate blue and gold army. I'm sure they'll get behind yourself in 2024 there, Joey. But why Whitehaven? What conversations have you had, whether it would be with Jonty Gorley or other members of the club? Why Whitehaven? Why make the step up to West Cumbria and for next season?
Well, when Jonty gave me the call, it's just the desire that he really wanted me. Like Jonty was trying to get me 3 years ago, and unfortunately that didn't go ahead. But when he gave me a call this year, the things that he said to me really pulled my leg towards Whitehaven. He said it's going to be a clean slate, and we really want you here to keep us up and have a fight for playoffs. So being having a really good mate over there, Lucas Castle, it's really important when you're going overseas with no family to have someone that you're familiar with. It makes it a lot easier. So that's another big reason going to Whitehaven. Just I feel like having someone that I grew up with will really enjoy my time down there in Whitehaven.
So you mentioned obviously Lucas. Do you know any of the other boys that we've had over or this season?
Yeah, this year had a little stint with Will Evans before he went back home. He stayed at my place for a bit, so familiar with him. He's a good lad. But yeah, really looking forward to getting to know everyone else.